the Marquee Club was London's most famous rock club during the late 1950s and 1960s. It was located at 90 Wardour Street in the Soho neighbourhood of London, England. The Marquee Club was founded by Harold Pendleton, Chris Tringrove and Simmons in 1958. It was initially a jazz club and hosted performances by several leading jazz musicians in the UK. However, in the early 1960s, the Marquee Club changed its focus to rock and pop music. The venue hosted some of the most notable acts in the British blues and rock scene, including the Rolling Stones, the Yardbirds, The Who, Cream, Jimmy Page, Led Zeppelin, Elton John, and David Bowie. Some of the biggest names in international music also played at the Marquee Club, such as Jimi Hendrix, The Doors, The Animals, and Pink Floyd. In the earlier days, the Marquee Club was known as an important venue for the music, but not for its amenities. The club reportedly had poor ventilation and its floor sloped downward, which would cause audience members to slide together as the night wore on. Nevertheless, the Marquee Club was a favorite destination for thousands of musicians, especially during the British invasion in the early 1960s. The Marquee Club was also an important venue for the mod subculture, which was a youth movement that emerged in the UK during the late 1950s and early 1960s. The mod subculture was known for its fashion sense, which included tailored suits, razor-thin ties, and Italian-style shoes. By the 1970s, the Marquee Club began to decline in popularity. It was no longer at the center of the music scene as new venues sprang up around London. The club closed its doors in 1996 after nearly 40 years of operation. However, its legacy continued to inspire music venues around the world, and especially in London. Today, a blue plaque commemorates the Marquee Club's former location, with legendary performers like David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust, King Crimson, and Jimi Hendrix being remembered for their incredible performances at the venue. The Marquee Club's importance in the genesis and development of British rock and pop cannot be overstated, and its influence is still felt today. In conclusion, the Marquee Club played a major role in the growth of British rock and roll music. It gave the world some of the greatest musicians of all time and set the standard for live music venues around the globe today. Its influence is still felt today, especially in the growing live music scene in London. The Marquee Club was not only a music venue, it was a cultural landmark that will always be remembered.